All right, guys, I'm here. It took me a little bit. We got a runner on second now. I had to restart everything as I got home, but so I got some stuff to catch up. But that's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop diving and makes the catch, gets up and throws him out. As the runner will head on over to third base. So I do have. Looks like, of course, once again my stream is not working. Again, still running into the same problems I had yesterday. Let's see. Uh, all right, I think I fixed it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I do have some stuff to get caught up, but the 0-1 is grounded over. The shortstop cuts it off, throws to first, and that's going to be another 6-3. Leaves him over there at second or third base. I do have to update the rosters if you're watching in on YouTube. So give me a few seconds to update that, please. And once I get that update, what's up, Luke? Why is this not popping out? Pop out to chat. Oh god, that looks awful. That's so bright. Mm, no, not, mm, not, not. Oh, Soup, why are you so awful? But anyway. All right, Luke. I can't actually see your chat at all, but I'm just gonna have to wing it. But I do have to fix the YouTube. Just give me a second, guys. So I have a so it's not quite that. It's something else. It has to do with the streaming requirements. Hopefully the chat works. Type in and see if it works. But I will have to now. I think I have time to fix the actual lineups again. Nasong Bomb looks at a ball two there, so 2-2, 2 outs, runner on second. I will get again the rest of it's all fixed and give me a second here. I had a meeting after work and I didn't get home until just at the time that the first pitch was thrown. Luckily, I was able to see that first pitch because it was 100% worth watching. But then after that, uh, my whole streaming setup once again is shut down. So it's an awesome bomb. Fouls that one away. Stays 2-2. Harpo is at the game. Castro. Yeah. Is the chat working for you? That's low. Ball three runs the count full. Our first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Luke, is the chat working? Please tell me yes or no. Yeah, I may have to. There's a very specific way I have to do it, I think, on Soup. And that is a strikeout looking right down the middle. And that will take us to the middle of the first as I will work on getting these lineups all set up for those of you guys that are watching on Soup. or on YouTube. So give me again. I will do my best. Hopefully, I get it fixed. Let's see. Not song. Song pin. All right. Are you on? You're on Soup. Is everything's fine? So I'm gonna close your Soup stream just a second, Luke. Sorry, I'm gonna close the Soup stream, and I know there's people watching, but I need to close it for something real quick. As we're back. Okay, I'm all set now on as far as the Soup stream. Hopefully everything is fine there. Thank you guys for coming back. I had to. There's a very specific way that I have to start the chats and everything, and so yeah, you have to give me a little bit of a pass as I rush home. Again, I finish at about 5:20. It takes me a little bit, and then to come home, it takes me a little bit. But I should be good to go now on the Soup stream. And that pitch is up high, ball one from Yang Hyun Jong. Again, we are in the bottom. Again, I'm still not all caught up as far as if you're on YouTube. Okay, good, good. I have two chats going now. Not ideal, but that's going to be slapped to left field and Castro over there to make the catch. Yeah, no one away. This is going to be unfortunately this is going to kind of be the regular for me as have to rush home. But all right, back to fixing these lineups. Castro, Nasambam, Yoon Do Hyun. Yoon Do Hyun. All right, Shin Min Jae stepping in is still hitting at the second spot in the lineup. That's his in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 misses up high. 1-1. And it catches that to bottom of the zone there. Runs the count to 1-2. All right, the 1-2 is slapped foul, stays 1-2. All right, I've got the lineup fixed for Kia. Now let me knock out the lineup for LG. Again, this is normally something I should normally have enough time to do all this, but today I was just a little busy. And that misses way up high. 2-1. Gi. And that runs up, and that's a full count, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody loves some full counts. And that's going to be slapped into left field, and he's going to be on base with a one-out single. First hit of the day for LG, and that should mean Jay. Austin Dean, ding, 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 ding. And LG off to an awful start after winning the championship last year. They're sitting in dead last right now. 462 on the season for Austin Dean. It is definitely not his fault as that misses inside, ball one. And that is in there for a strike at the top of the zone. Again, I apologize. That is strange. YouTube is they're hiding me, man. That is going to be into left field and back-to-back singles has runners on first and second with just one out. I should have had this lineup in. It would have changed a little bit from what I thought it would have been, but I should have had way more prepared than I did. I apologize for that. Kuboniak. EJ1. And Pak Dong-won swing fouls that one off into the dirt. All right, I've got the lineup at least fixed for LG. I still have to fix the actual other stuff, the where they are in the actual lineup, but I'm getting it. I'm getting there. And that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman, oh, just foul. Great attempt there by Kim Do-young as he tried to step on the bag as he was fielding it. Is it so? Yeah, something. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch just misses low. Ball one, 1-2. All right, all right. And he just gets a piece of that as he was really fooled. Right field. All right, the 1-2 pitch sets up down and in, and he doesn't go around. They're going to check down to first. I don't think he went around. He did not, and it's 2-2. Left field for Moon Sung Ju. OG1 playing a short. Google Hyuk at third. All right, the 2-2 pitch sets up way on the inside and runs way in, and now it runs the count full, 3-2. Another full count, second full count of this inning for LG. Let's see if they put the runners in motion. He is a guy that does strike out a ton. I don't know if you want to send them in motion with him on in the batter's box. Here we go, the 3-2 pitch. Okay, on the inside, and he loads the bases. Loads them up, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Posture himself, Moon Sung Ju. All right, LG is done. I can almost start actually broadcasting here. All right, 19 pitches for Yang Hyung Jung, and Moon Sung Ju looks at ball one way outside. 20 pitches now for the left-hander. Hitting a 364 on the season, yet LG is not hitting well, or not playing well, as that misses outside. And another ball, 2-0. Here we go, the 2-0 pitch. All three. Da-da-da. And finally throws one in there for a strike. 3-1 now. Moon Sung Ju. 364 on the season. And the 3-1 pitch misses low when he walks in a run. As OG1 will step in now. 2 hits, 2 walks has led to the first run of the game. That's weird. That's fine. And a swing and a miss. The ball just caught the top of the strike zone. It would have been a strike no matter what, but now it's 0-1. And that is in the dirt. Oh, they got lucky there as it bounced off the dirt and then right back up into the helmet of OG Wan, the batter. And that kept the ball from getting away and a possible run scoring. Give a big assist there from the batter. All right, and that catches the outside corner. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am done with the lineups finally. I can now get to streaming. Finally. Here we go. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. It throws to the shortstop in time, and he's going to want to replay that. I don't like if you type in the name, it should be fine. I don't know why it would do that. So, the 4-6-3, a possible double play. They called him out at first. We'll see. No, he's safe. That's going to go down to a 4-6 RBI groundouts, and Austin Dean is going to come on home. Third game of the season, had the first tie. I know, I saw him. I can't believe you already have a tie. Just heard somebody yell. Someone on camera yelled that he was safe. Moonsung Ju is erased. Not able to get him out. Hustling down the line is the old man. Oh, it's now 2-0 LG. 2 away now, though. Runners on the corners, and he drops down a bunt. He's playing way off. He's going to try to barehand. He's not going to be able to do it, and that's going to be an infield single. And that is going to be an infield single, and quickly LG's up 3-0. Man, I would love to just stream a decent game for once. That's what I want. Can I just get a decent game to stream? The All right, that brings up OJ1, who looks at a strike one. Already 30 pitches from Yang Hyun Jong. I guess, yeah, I guess LG. What it is half the LG guys were still, maybe they're still hungover. Uh, maybe they're still thinking that the season hasn't started because they didn't get a full spring training because of the WBC. As the 1-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. No, second base is OG1. First base is Gubon Hyuk with the RBI bunt single. Man, that misses low, 2-2. Yeah, I mean they're squeezing this out, I guess. Only on TVing. Are you sure it's not on like way down in the broadcast, like the local channels? As he does get a piece of that, so it fouls at 34 pitches now for Yang Hyun Jong. Man, something is up. These starting pitchers in this league, minus NCs for opening day, have just been awful. I mean, he was awful last year too. at the end of his career is that just catches the inside corner for the first strikeout of the day, but not before LG gets up early, 3-0 on a single, two walks, a ground out, and a bunt single. We'll go to the second inning. It's 3-0 LG. See if I can finally get all of this going. Let's see. I got one more thing to adjust, guys. Actually, two things. Oh, yeah. So it's not, but what about like the local stations, like your local Busan SBS station? I know they're on there a lot. Is it on there by chance? All right. One more thing to adjust. Who shot? I shot. Watch is going on. There we go. Oh wow. Yeah, luckily you have TVing. I mean, I have TVing. Obviously, I don't need it, but I do have it just in case. All right. Kim Sun Bin will lead things off for Kia. Again, they left. They had a leadoff double, moved over to third, but nothing from there. Yeah, I think that's what the game they pick is. That one misses up high, ball one. Those 16 pitches in that first inning for Song Sung Gi, and that's misses outside. Ball two, 2-0. Yeah, I can't remember what games I'm doing anymore. As the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike right down thy middle. Mm. Yeah, and a big swing and a miss there from Kim Sun Bin, hitting 455, reminiscing about his days in the championship. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow. Who do they play them? Who are they playing this week? Another full count, 3-2. Kim Sun Min, second full count of the day for Kia. And that one is fouled away, though. Stays 3-2 with 22 pitches now. Yeah, because I have NC 2 days in a row. I have NC tomorrow, or no. What is it? Yeah, I have NC on Thursday and NC on Friday. All right, the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be lifted, but it's foul. Stays 3-2. Yeah, so I have in Lotte at NC tomorrow, and then I have NC at Kia on Friday, and then Hanwha at Doosan on Saturday, and then Sunday's game still hasn't been determined yet. Oh, that's not gonna work. That's a chat is covering my face. I don't want that. That's gonna be a fly out to Hongjangi just in foul territory. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Not burying me. Bring up the number 6 hitter, Yoon Do Hyun. You know, hon. 214 on the season. That's a strike one already, and it's 0-1. Kim Do Young looking on. Rolls over. Uh-oh. He is hobbling. He might have twisted his knee there on that swing as he is hobbling off. Yeah, I don't know. The rain is supposed to be early. Oh, right off the top of the foot, right at the ankle on the front parts. Luckily, that's much easier to fix than a sprained knee or a twisted knee. Yeah, I mean it's I don't know about there. It's raining here in Chungju. It's raining right now. It's been kind of raining off and on most of the day. It's been pretty nasty. You know, it was so nice for a while, and then now suddenly it's just awful. All right, now maybe he's ready. Looks like he might be ready. All right, there we go. Now we're ready. All that time, and Son Seung-gi needs to refine the strike zone. OPS of 428 despite having a 214 batting average. That tells you how much walking is happening right now in the KBO. As the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day. Second strikeout of the day for Son Seung-gi. And brings up number 7 hitter, Mr. Dale. Old Dale, 375 on the season for the Aussie. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. None of the Asian quota pitchers or anybody is doing well except for Dale. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Big swing there. Falls behind 0-2 now. Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday at 2 o'clock. So every day, there'll be every Saturday there'll be a 2 o'clock game. And I'll usually do the 2 o'clock game because it's the easiest for most people to be able to watch. And then uh, on Sundays, I usually won't stream a lot on Sundays unless it's a 2 o'clock game. So we'll see. Yeah, that's a missed. Well, the Easter Bunny's going to be watching. I know that. The Easter Bunny is a huge fan. There's a swing and a miss there. Another strikeout. A 1-2-3 inning for Son Seung-gi as he gets up his third strikeout. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's 3-0 LG. All right, to work on catching up some of my stats. we go. Now I've got them all set up for the most part. Coming up is going to be the 9-1-2 hitters, rounding out the bottom of the lineup. Yeah, so it's the Sunday games in March, April, and May are always 2 o'clock. So always 2 o'clock for March, April, and May for a Sunday, and then Sundays in June, July, and August will be uh, June is 5 o'clock, July and August is 6 o'clock, except for if it's Kium and they're home. Kium home games always have a 2 o'clock Sunday start. All right, to Pakemin, 222 on the season, and looks at the ball one low, 1-0. 36 pitches already for Yang Hyun Jong, down 3-0 as LG is trying to find their first win of the season. 1-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Some of them do. I mean, it's not religion's not a big thing here, not a huge thing. Yeah, it's the 1-1. He drops down the bunts, but it bunts foul, and it's 1-2. I know that. So, it's kind of a strange. Yeah, so holidays like they'll celebrate Christmas even if they're not religious. Uh but it's not a big commercialized thing like it is in at least in the US. And as the 1-2 pitch misses low, 2-2. All right, 2-2 pitch. It sets up on the outside. And it's going to be lifted into the outfield, left fielder under it, and no one away. Does flip the lineup back over. Dun, 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 dun. And that's Mrs. Lowe and outside Hong Chang-gi, ball one. Hong Chang-gi flew out to left field in his first at bat to lead off the game. One. Mrs. Lowe, 2-1. Hong Chang-gi is a guy that, again, is going to see a ton of pitches. That's not what you want if you are struggling. Working on those dance moves, ladies and gentlemen. And the 2-1 slaps that foul. A half pirouette. What's the game looking like, Kenny? Yeah, the 2-2 pitch. Rolled over, but the first baseman bobbles it, grabs it, tosses to the first base or the pitcher. Probably I would have taken that myself, but what do I know? I just sit in my studio and broadcast the game. Oh, 2 down now. A quick 1-2 inning so far. Shinmin J He got it going in the first inning. He's coming up to bat for the second time today already. 1 for 1 with an RBI, with a single and a run scored in that big first inning. Now to 2 outs and 11 pitches. Can he get this pitch count back under control? Because gosh knows we don't want to see any bullpens. We do not want to see any bullpens. 214 on the season for the little guy. Full pines are on that helmet. He does not have a new helmet from last year. That is way high. 1-0. And 1-0 is way up high, too. Yeah, I mean, what's crazy is the amount of churches here. Is that is a foul away, 2-1. While there are, like, I wouldn't consider it a religious country at all, but there are churches everywhere, but they're not like huge churches. Like, being from the US, uh, you're used to these massive, massive churches, but a lot of them here are just like, you know, the third floor of a building or something like that. As that misses way out, and it's 3-1 now. So yeah, I mean, while there aren't really religious, I'd say uh, not really religious. They still practice some religious ceremonies, and for the most part, you see churches everywhere, minus a few, as that's going to be a walk, and he just can't get out of an inning with a 1-2-3. Brings up Austin Dean. There are a couple huge churches throughout Korea, and uh, most of them do not have a good reputation at all. People see them more as cults than actual churches. All right, here we go. Austin Dean, 1 for 1, single and a run scored in last inning. He checks over on Shin Jae. LG is known to try to steal a base, and I put a heavy emphasis on the try parts, as yeah, you understand. Sets up on the inside and runs it too far inside. That's weird. 2-0 counts now. It's really struggling with command. Walks, walks, walks. A walk for you, a walk for me, a walk for everybody. 53 pitches. Misses inside. 54 pitches, 27 strikes, 27 balls. That is not how you win games, ladies and gentlemen. That is not. The 3-0 is in there for a strike. He steals second base. And that is going to be a 3-1 count now, with Shin Jae hanging out on second base instead of first. He easily slides in there. Yang Hyun Jong, not the fastest pitcher in the league by any means. Here we go, the 3-1 pitch now. And he lays off of it because doesn't need to go around, and he's going to head on over to first, and that stolen base is not meaningless, but it is meaningless as now the pitching coach is going to head on out to the mound. Another walk. He's thrown more balls than he's thrown strikes on the day. They nobody wanted to sign him. He finally was able to sign a contract in the off season. Long time Kia Tiger, absolute legend who should have retired after last year. Probably he could have in 2024 gone out on top if he would have retired after Kia won the championship there. Tried to come back last year, did not pitch well at all. Probably the worst year of his career. And then so far today, also not off to a good start. Kia really doesn't have anybody outside of Kim Do-young who is they have really developed. They had Kim Sun-bin, who they were able to develop as the second baseman, as that is in the dirt. They have Chaewon-jun, who is now with KT, who they traded in the off season, or who they traded last season to NC, and then he went to KT in the off season. But yeah, Chaewon-jun, Kim Sun-bin, Kim Do-young. Outside of that, so they really don't have any young players that they have developed that have really shown much of anything. As that one misses, and it's 2-0 now. And Park Dong-won pops it way up in the air. Third baseman makes the catch, and that's going to be 3 away. A couple of walks, but nothing from it. And we will go to the third inning. It's 3-0 LG. They've now left 4 on the old bases. 4 on the old bases. Key will have their 8 to 9 one-hitters coming up in the top of the third inning. Elsewhere around the league, we'll give a quick little look. Looks like we've got just a sec. Restart this thing. Again, the new KBO app is awful. It is slow. It is yeah. So we got a 2-2 game in Daejeon. KT and Hanwha tied at 2. Lotte's up 1-0 against NC. Samsung already up 5-0 against Doosan. Chae Sung-yeon out on the mound. Of course, he's getting shelled. SSG is down 3-0 to Kium. So currently, you've got SSG, one undefeated team. They are losing 3-0, and you've got KT, the other undefeated team. They are tied at 2-2 in the third inning there. All right, Kim Tae-goon leads things off. Super weird music in the broadcast there. Super weird. All right. Sun Sung-gi out on the mound, 33 pitches for him, 17 last inning, 16 in the first inning. A 1-2-3 inning with 2 Ks and a foul pop-up or foul fly to the right fielder. Kim Tae-goon hitting 250 on the season. Getting the start behind the plate. That's way upstairs, and it's 1-0. Yeah, I didn't used to use my KBO because my Korean is, good enough that I can use the Korean one, which is had better information. But now the new one is so laggy. It's so slow. It doesn't update very well. It just not very good at all. So yeah, I have to use my KBO for some things. I use the new Ruda. I don't even know what the name of the app is now. It used to be my KBO or KBO Stats, but they just changed it. A swing and a miss there is he did not want to swing, but he couldn't hold it up. And then every once in a while, I'll also use the official KBO app. So I'm kind of everywhere. The 1-2 pitch and misses low, 2-2. Tolhurst and Chirinos laughing and giggling. That one is popped up, but gets out of play. We're looking for Arpo out in the right field stands, close to the front of the right field stands. A guy with a Samsung uniform on. He went to the game as he moved to Seoul to go to school or university, college, whatever you want to call it. He sent me a message earlier. Here we go, the 2-2 pitch. He goes down to get it. The left fielder, Moon Sung Ju, right over, sticks the glove up and makes the catch. And one away on the great play by Moon Sung Ju. He does not look athletic, ladies and gentlemen. He does not look athletic. He looks like he's more likely to fix your computer than track down a fly ball. His little legs moving as fast as they can. Bounced around in the glove, but he was able to make the catch. Oh, we've got to one away now. Pak Min steps in. Swing and a miss there. He's way out in front of that 202 on the season. Getting the start at second base is Kim Sun Bin. The normal second baseman is DHing today. The normal DH is Nasung Baum, who's playing out in right field as that misses low, 1-1. So moving things around, giving Kim Sun Bin a little bit of a break. He's been running around the base pass, hitting that 454 on the season. And a swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirts. And ripped, but foul. Ball boy, I don't know if he made that catch or not. It looked a little off on his glove placements, but and the 1-2 pitch, that's going to ripped foul. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. 45 pitches for Song Sung Gi, and that runs the count full, 3-2. More full counts, ladies and gentlemen. 3 full counts on the day for Kia so far. This game is moving at a snail's pace, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. 3-2 pitch. Fouled straight back. He wasn't fooled on that 144. Keeps it at 3-2. Yeah. Kia getting their chants going for their full counts. Simplest in the entire league. Huh, 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 huh. That's all they yell. As the 3-2 is goes down, but lifts that up. Left fielder is forward and under it. 2 away. Runs the count full, but not able to do anything with it. As that flips the lineup back over to the top. Kim O Young, who led off the game with a first pitch double, but got stranded as Kia couldn't do anything after it. And that's in there for a strike. Easy strike there. And no one in the dirt. Nice stop by the backstop there as it bounced up. And 1-1. He passed the sliding shortstop, and that's going to be another hit for him. Second hit of the day for him. 2 for 2 as he's got both of Kia's hits. Moves to the second batter, Castro. We'll see if he's able to do something this time. Yeah, please make this game interesting. I don't want another very lopsided game. Kimono Young has plenty of speed. That's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, though, and it's 0-1. Castro 0 for 1 today, a 6-3 ground out in his first at bat. A 6-3 ground out that was able to move the runner over, though. Productive outs in his first at bat. Here we go, the 0-1 pitch. This is outside, 1-1. All right, 1-1 pitch. That's up on the outside. He goes with it, but it's foul, 1-2. And 1-2 pitch. Lefty versus lefty. Nope. We're going to check over on the runner. Checks over on him again. Again, the KBO does not have the rule where you're only allowed to throw over twice, so you don't really have to worry about that too much. Unfortunately, they don't have the rule. I really wish they would have something to kind of stop it from happening so much. Is a swing and a miss there, and that's going to be another strikeout. He's ended all 3 innings so far with strikeouts. Now that's his 4th as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's 3-0 LG. Once again, over with a runner on base. They've had 2 base runners. They've both been Kim O Rung, and nothing has ever happened. No, I mean, so when I finished university, when I finished college, I traveled the U.S. For about 5 years, and yeah, they moved around. Whenever I was in Colorado, I ran like a Japanese sushi teppanyaki restaurant. I was the manager of it, and met lots of Asian people because I worked in Asian restaurants, and one of the managers. So there was like three restaurants, and uh, kind of I wasn't over all three, but I was kind of at the busiest one, so I trained the managers for the other ones. And she was from Gimhae. Then when I was looking at coming to when I decided to move out of the States because I just wasn't ever really happy anywhere I went. I was originally going to go to China, but I couldn't go to China because I didn't have teaching experience outside of my master's. And so I was going to come to Korea for 3 years because it was the easiest to get to at the time. And yeah, I haven't left. We now go to the bottom. Moon Sung Ju will lead things off. I've been here since 2014, so 12 years. Evening, Alan. Just over 12 years as Osanu is over at first base now. So Osanu takes over for Yoon Do Hyun over at first base. Moon Sung Ju, the 1-1 count. And here we go, the 1-1 pitch. Diving stop by the second baseman is able to get him, throwing it from the booty, and he gets the outs. It goes down as a 4-3, but it was way more than that, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't have better footwork, he probably wouldn't have had to slide like that. Yeah, my first year was I think my first year was the start of the Doosan run, I believe. That's in there for a strike to OG1. I was hearing things in the background. My apartment announcements were going off. Yeah, my first year was 2014. I went to my first game in 2014. And it was a great one, as that one is gonna be for a ball. It was so amazing that uh, Hanwha was losing, and they ended up taking the lead on a grand slam by their foreign hitter Felix Pa. As the 1-2 pitch, did he go around? They're going to check down to first. The home plate umpire says he did. And that's his second strikeout for the second out of the inning. Brings up the number 7 hitter. And then Hanwha, in true Hanwha fashion, they coughed up the lead late in the game, and then they lost in extra innings. I absolutely hate visa paperwork, Alan, as Wubonyuk files that one out of play, and it's 0-1. Because I have to do all my own visa paperwork since I sponsor my own visa. And my lord, do I hate it with a passion. That's his low. Yeah. Luke, if you look at him, though, I want to say LG is more of like a maroon, and Kia is more of like a bright red. That is going to be up the middle. This shortstop bobbles it, be able to grab it though. The throw is way up, and that is going to be an error on the shortstop. Bobbled it as he was trying to field it. He was able to readjust and grab it, but the throw was way off, and that is going to be a 2-out error. Gubonyuk's going to be on base for the second time today. And that brings up the number 8 hitter. I mean, I think there are some places that don't want foreigners. I know when I went to go get this place, I just moved here in November, October, and they had to okay it that I was a foreigner, as that one is lifted up, second base and outs as center fielder finally cuts him off, makes the catch as he kind of bobbled it a little bit. So they get a 1 out or 2 out error, but nothing happens from it. Then we will go to the fourth inning. It's 3-0 LG. Yeah, so my last place that I lived in Daejeon, uh, like for me, the guy was really cool. I guess he used to live in Atlanta for a little bit. But the easy thing, Luke, is that most places that hire foreigners provide housing. So when I first moved here, I didn't have to find an apartment because the apartment was part of my rent or a part of my payments. So I didn't have a rent payment for the first I say 5 years that I was in Korea. I think, yeah. 5 years? 7 years? I don't remember. 7 years. Something like that. Yeah. So yeah, there was no rent payment. You still had to pay utilities and you have to pay for your own internet and all that. You do have to do all that. But as far as most people that come here on a foreign visa, almost every single one of them offers housing as part of your employment. Then there are some that they don't offer housing, but they offer a housing stipend. So like I live on my own. I don't live on employee furnished housing. So they pay me extra each month to cover my rent. It's nice for them because uh yeah. What's up, Arpo? We've been looking for you, man. Nobody's hitting it to right field. Is Kim Do Young looks at ball one outside. I want to know. This is inside at 2-0. What a start to a game. I bet you wish you were at the Samsung game instead. As the 2-0. So, those of you guys that are watching, the Korean Arpo is currently at this game in the right field stands and misses up high, 3-1 now. Arpo is going. Yeah, Arpo, you're way behind, man. You're way behind. As the 3-1 pitch, that's going to be ball four, and he walks him. Lead off walk. Yeah, Arpo, you're behind, man. You're gonna have to get faster. Arpo said he was gonna come into my stream and ruin the game by typing out, and I said my delay isn't long enough for him to be able to type it out. Nasung bomb. And then the first pitch rolls over. The first baseman grabs it, throws to the shortstop, and he's not going to try to throw him out at first as the 3-6 putouts. He races Kim Do Young, brings up the number 5 hitter. Arbo, you're too slow, man. I'm telling you, I've got the goods. I am faster than live baseball, ladies and gentlemen. That is how good I am at play calling. I am faster than the game itself. All right, the Kim Sun Bin leads off or sets comes in. He popped up into foul territory to Hong Chang Gi in his first at bat. Looks at strike one there on the inside, and it's 0-1. 0-1 pitch. It sets up on the inside. He waves his glove around as he makes so much motion, and that bounces into the dirt though. Little hop step and a little jig there by Kim Sun Bin. Luke, I'm sure I'm gonna. Are you from Austria, or you just live there? Is that is? Almost loses his helmet as he rolls that over, but a foul. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, no problem, man. Yeah, I did it because so many people wanted something years ago. As the 1-2, they're gonna check it down to first base. Did he go around? He did not. It's 2-2. Yeah, the in 2020 when the KBO was the only game, the only baseball, and ESPN was broadcasting it. Everybody, a lot of people in the states loved it because it was on ESPN in the morning. They grew to love the bat flips and all of that stuff, and that one is fouled off. And one of the big complaints was that lots of people liked it, but the broadcasters, they knew nothing about the league. They just talked about other things. Ah, U.S. immigrants, yes, rise up. And a lot of people complained that they weren't focusing on the game. It was kind of like a game in the background where they were talking about things that had nothing to do with the game. They really didn't like it. And then in 2021, as that misses low, ESPN uh, did not re-sign the contract to broadcast the KBO, so a lot of people were asking for it. So that off season, I actually spent time and kind of started building my setup for everything. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. The shortstop throws the second and then throws the first. Easy 6-4-3 ending inning double play as they go 0 for 2 with runners on base. And we will go to the bottom of the fourth. So if you are a Blue Jays fan, I would suggest you be a Hanwha fan. The reason why I say that is Yu Jin played for the Blue Jays, obviously, but obviously Cody Ponce, that just got injured. Actually, he played for Hanwha. Yeah, I was wondering because like there are some of those in the EU that isn't yeah, that aren't very friendly towards foreigners. But I think, like you said, the refugees things, I think that's a much like I'm I don't know what you look like, but oftentimes how you look is whether or not they're how they feel towards you as a immigrant. It's the same thing here. Like if my skin was a different color, they would feel very differently about me as an immigrant. But yeah, so Aries, Toronto would be a good if you're a Toronto Blue Jays fan. Yeah, then I would say Hanwha would be a good team for you to follow. Just because again, Yuhan Jin pitched for them, and then they just signed Hanwha's big one of the best seasons ever for a pitcher in the KBO, Cody Ponce. But yeah, unfortunately, he just also got injured. Getting a citizenship in Korea is next to impossible. All right, Young Hyung Joan back out there. He's going to face the bottom of the lineup, and once again, the 9-1-2 hitters coming up. Bears getting stomped. I saw it was it was 5-0 when I looked. Is it still 5-0, Alan? Nope, it's 8-0. Good lord. Yeah, another 2-0 pitch catches the top of the zone at 2-1. Yeah, that's the big thing is they don't like a lot of places don't like refugees depending on what kind of refugee you look like. As the 2-1, that's going to be a ground ball past the diving first baseman, but it's foul. Thought it snuck inside, but apparently it did not, and that's the 2-2. Good call by the first base umpire, it looks like. Samsung looking to get their first win of the season. LG looking to get their first win of the season as that's fouled off. 75 pitches now for Yang Hyun Jong. SSG losing right now 4-0 as it looks like they just topped up another one for Kium. The 2-2 pitch. That's slapped foul again. Probably going to have to think that this is his last inning. Although he is known to throw a couple hundred or 100+ pitches a game just because he's not a guy that's trying to throw, even 145 on the gun. As the 2-2 pitch. And grounder to the first baseman, take it himself. So 1 away. Luke, how long have you been in Austria? Changi steps back in 0-for-2 on the day. Flew out to left in his first at bat, a 3-1 ground out in his second. So that's ball one, though, and it's 1-0. 1-0 sets up on the outside, and that is into the dirt. 2-0. All right, here we go. The 2-0 pitch runs, he backs up on it, and it was easily caught plenty of the plate. I don't know if he's leaning way over the plate or what. As he backed off of it, and it's definitely no need for it. So here we go. The 2-1 pitch slaps that foul. 2-2. A 2-2 pitch. That's going to be slapped. Just goes foul. Oh, a misplay by the ball boy down there. Wow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, when I went to go get this specific apartment and I went in, I had my Korean friend go with me because while I can speak Korean, it's more conversational. It's not so much business oriented, so it kind of lacks there a little bit. But a 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Third strikeout of the day for Yang Hyun Jong. and 2 away. Uh, but I went in and she was like, "I don't know about foreigners," and my friend was like, "He's been in Korea for over a decade. Like he's not a foreigner anymore." Shin Min Jae looks at ball one way outside. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I feel more Korean than I do American. Is kind of weird as that sounds. As a Shin Min Jae fouls that one off, 1-1. Single in his first at bats, came around to score the first run of the game. Then he walked in his second at bat, stole a base, but it was left on the base pass. Here we go, the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike. He didn't even bother. He was had his mind made up that he wasn't going to swing before he even threw that pitch. Like I feel perfectly comfortable eating, Korean cuisine. I don't, anything about it. Is that's going to foul tip into the glove, and that's another strikeout. That's his third and fourth strikeouts. We go to the fifth inning. It's 3-0. Oh, a 1-2-3 inning, ladies and gentlemen. A 1-2-3 inning. Coming up now for he is going to be Osanu getting his first at bat of the day as he took over on defense to update some stuffy. Six, 11, 18. Yeah, we do have all of it set up. Uh-oh. There we go. Morning, morning. Nail of 40. Is that the man? Is that the man himself, or is it different? Is that you, or is that a different family member? It depends. Today. Oh, what do we have today? I'm trying to think. I eat at work. Is that his end of the dirt? Is 125 for Osanu. Yeah. So today I had. Trying to think. Uh, Obviously rice. I had some like a cabbage soup, kimchi, like two different types of kimchi, some grilled fish. Yeah, it does get strange. So, my school, I eat lunch at school. Just in the cafeteria with the students and stuff. Like we'll have chicken, we'll have donkas, we'll have we had like sausages. Is that yesterday or today? I don't remember. Yeah, it's quite a difference a lot of times. Ah, yes. Thank you. I was hoping you could find that out. That's up high, 3-1. Tell him thank you. Thank you for finding that out. The biggest mystery of the 2025 season was Patrick Wisdom and his pine tar. 3-1 is he turns on that. That's lifted, going. That is crushed. Goodbye, baseball. And they were just waiting for you to get here. They were waiting for you to get here. That was way over our boy Arpo's head. As Kia on the board finally. Uh-oh. Why do you guys not have audio? That's weird. For some reason, you guys don't have audio. That was way over your head, Arpo. Why do you guys not have... I'm going to have to close this out. All right, here we go. Swing and a miss there. I'm going to try something real quick, guys. So, okay. Sorry, for some reason, you guys didn't get the audio on that home run. And I had to reset some stuff, but I think we're good now. I hope. All right, the 1-1. Bears rallying. Arpo's watching a home run fly way over his head, and that's slapped to the right. Dale, 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out in his first at-bat. Now he's behind 1-2. And that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. And it throws over to first, and that's 1 away. Yeah, I don't have the game audio going. I could set it up. It's kind of a difficult because I have my audio going to YouTube and to SOOP. So I could set it up, but it's kind of a little difficult. But I was talking more about the music that I play, as that's in there for a strike, and that's 0-1. Kim Tae-goon. There we go. 1 ounce rally from the old Doosan Bears down in yeah, so the plan is, now that I've got it kind of set up where I'm comfortable with the SOOP and the YouTube broadcast, as that is low, 2-1. I'm going to put the audio for not the game, but for the players. So we'll be able to, like, for the song for each of the players, I'll have that uploaded, and I'll be able to play that audio, because that is right back up the middle. It actually hits off the second base, and a 1 ounce single from Kim Tae-goon. Yeah, I wish I know, like, during the WBC, what they had is they had and I think the MLB does this now also. They have audio that doesn't have announcers. No, Luke, you're there. To Son Sung-gi, a little mound visit there. No, we're going to have a pitching change. First pitching change of the day. So that'll be it for him. He runs into some problems. Kim Tae-goon. I need to I need to arrange a time when I can meet the bro. Right now we're planning on going to uh on the 18th. We're planning on going to Jamshil to watch the either the Kia and Doosan game, or that weekend we'll head to Daegu to check out the LG and Samsung game. Did they at least score a run? We're Yeah, it could just be, yeah. So like it won't even let me pop out the chats this time. Like it's been really weird for me. No, around the league, at least the games are closer today, minus the again, QM's up 5-0 now against SSG. NC's up a 2-1 against Lotte. Then Hanwha just took the lead. They're up 3-2 now against KT, and Samsung's up 8-2. So Samsung Gi done for the day. I'll get the new pitcher updated. Ah, here we go. Kim Jin Sung out on the mound now. The guy has been around. He is a staple in that bullpen. Is that one is into the dirt? First pitch is a ball. 1-0. Was it a double? How did they not get a double play for number 25? That's their catcher. He is not what you call fleet of foot. It's the 1-0 catches the outside corner, 1-1. Black mean 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to left. Lifts that one up. That might be trouble. That is going to go. The center fielder over, but is able to make the catch. That's 2 away. He gave it a ride, but it just died at the end. I played little league, and I played a little up until high school. I played in Korea. I played in like a local baseball league here in Korea, actually, a couple years ago. All right, Kim O Young, he is 2 for 2 on the day, but that is a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. Doubled in his first at bat, singled in his second at bat. Looking for his third hit of the day. Uh, yeah, you probably didn't notice the stat that flashed up. In the fifth inning, opponents hit 371 against them last year. Yeah. So they're kind of like, okay, this is going to be the third time through the lineup. And another 1-1 in the inside, 1-2. But yeah, it did seem a little early. But again, especially with LG, their bullpen has just been atrocious. Their starters have also been atrocious, but yeah. And it drops inside the line. That is going to be into the corner. Kim Tae-gun is going to be running, and they're going to send him. Nope, they're going to hold him at third. Is the catcher showed why he is a catcher. And another double by Kim O-young, the second double of the day, his third hit of the day. And they've got runners at second and third with 2 away. Getting it done in the batter's box, playing defense out in center field. Every pitcher's love. Yeah. So I don't know how much you know about Korean pitchers and like their, we'll say their stuff. A lot of them really only have two pitches that they throw. Some of them will have that third pitch that is, you know, they may throw 15%, and then they have a fourth pitch that is usually like 5 or 6%. So they're not able to work through the lineup and go multiple times through the lineup. Versus, the foreign starters that usually have, you know, one obvious pitch that they're going to throw 30 to 40% of the time. But after that, they've got to two or more, they've got pitches that they're throwing 15, 20% of the time. They're not loaded into that front loaded or that first pitch and their secondary pitch. They don't have multiple secondary pitches. It's one of the big things that I look at whenever I decide, as that is in the dirt. Whenever before the season starts, when I'm looking at players, it's one of the things that I look at whenever I'm talking about foreigners. Yeah, I actually used to live about 10-15 minute walk. As that is turned on, that is ripped, but it's foul. I used to live about a 10-minute walk from the stadium, and I had season tickets, so I was there a lot. Yeah, be careful, but at the same time, he hasn't. Castro, I think, has played fairly well. At least the game I saw that he played. But again, he was one of the only ones hitting at that point. All right, here we go. The 3-2 pitch catches him looking, freezes him. Second strikeout for Castro is they leave another two runners on. They've left four on so far. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 3-1. Just staring at it. Should have bought a ticket if he's just going to sit there and look at it. Or charge him an admission to stand there in the batter's box. Earn some money so Kia can finally pay for some players. Oh, really? The Yuhan Jin, the Hanwha pitcher, the Hanwha starter today, lived next door to my old boss. All right, so you got the bottom of the fifth inning. Austin Dean, ding, 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 leading things off. Oh, finally, a 1-2-3 inning, last inning. Now, that was kind of a quick hook, but at the same time, got to try to keep it close. Austin Dean, ding, ding, ding. I think I got his music in here somewhere. All right, so Wang Dong Ha on the mound. Hmm. Oh, there we go. I do have his I'm pretty sure I have his music. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, I don't have it in this computer. First pitch is in there for a strike. Oh, Wang Dong-ah on the mound now. Both starters not qualifying for the win. Wang Dong-ah, we saw him the other day against the SSG, and it was not pretty. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Austin Dean. He reaches down, the shortstop grabs it. Dale across the diamond, and that's one away. Such a difference between the speed that Dale throws across the diamond. Such a huge difference watching him throw across the diamond versus Korean shortstops. Absolute cannon across the diamond. None of that's rainbow lob stuff. All right, Pak Dong-won steps in. First pitch, pops it up. But should get out of play. Does into the camera well. Pak Dong-won 0 for 1. Walked and scored a run in his first at bats. 5-2. Making it a game. All right, the 0-1 pitch to Pak Dong-won again walked in his first at bat, came around to score, and then a foul pop or a pop fly to the third baseman in his second at bat. Yeah, I actually I thought that I picked the Bears to finish fourth this season. I thought that their off season was a really good off season. I think it's gonna go LG, Samsung, NC, Doosan, and then the next spot is going to be a toss up between KT, Hanwha, and SSG. Basically, whoever can stay the healthiest. And already SSG has lost Kim Kwon Hyun for the season with elbow surgery or shoulder surgery. I don't remember which one, as that is way up high. Runs the count full, 3-2. And then Hanwha just lost their starter, White. Not sure how long that they've lost him, but they have lost him. Walks him again. Second walk of the day for Pak Dong-won. Oh no. No, I teach at an alternative school, alternative high school. We have 18 total students. 18 total students between 7th and 12th grade. Our school is in the mountains. The students live on campus. It's pretty sweet, actually. That's is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it looked like he was again backing off of it, but yeah, a lot of them enjoy baseball. A lot of the guys, the kids there, do enjoy sports, but yeah, we don't have enough kids. We don't have enough kids interested, I should say. If we had more kids interested, I would probably start a team. But yeah, 18 students. It's co-ed. They live there on campus. And the 1-1 is a slapped foul. 1-2. This game is moving right along. Moving right along. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Moon Sung Ju. Fouls that away. Stays 1-2. Would have been ball 2. Moon Sung Ju 0 for 1 on the day. RBI walk in his first at bats. He actually has the game winning RBI if this score holds or if LG is able to hold on for the win. And a 4-3 ground outs back in the third inning. And the 1-2 pitch sets up on the inside. Nope, he's going to check over on the runner at first, who is not going to steal a base. You have the catcher, the 35-year-old catcher at first base, and you think he's going to steal a bag. It's like Yadier Molina out there without the heads-up base running. Outside at 2-2. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's no tests. There's tests, but it's not very often. It's a very relaxed. It's again in the middle of nature. We have like hiking trails behind us. There's like 4 or 5 hiking trails behind it. It's on the mountain. The school owns the mountain. They have arts, music, Japanese classes, Russian classes, French classes. They have meditation classes, yoga classes, uh, traditional Korean, some other traditional Korean like martial arts and things like that. They have all of that at this school. It's pretty sweet. As the 2-2 pitch, that is going to be roped into right field. It's going to 1-2 and roll to the wall. Pak Dong Wan around in second, and he's going to head into third. Are they going to bring him home? Nope, they're going to hold him up there. It's Moon Sung Ju with a double. Puts runners at second and third with just 1 out. Coming through, Mr. Posture. Uh, yeah, it goes there, but I don't know how far up it goes. I drive. I actually I pick up the other teachers and I take them to work because they're on my way. All right, OG Juan steps in. He has a 4-6 RBI ground out in his first at bat. It looks at ball 1 there and a strikeout in his second. Oh, 1-0. Yeah, the founder of our school actually used to work for the president of Korea. He used to work in the Blue House as the 1-0. He's a famous writer. He actually old Brink will know this place. He actually went to Mizzou. He actually got his degree at Mizzou. All right, OG Juan looking at a 2-0 pitch here. Rolled over. He's going to come home. Oh, he's able to hold him out. He's able to hold him over at third base. There might challenge it. OG Juan is telling him to challenge it. First base umpire called it fair. OG Juan says check fair or foul. And the first and second base umpire, they have microphones at this season so that they don't have to go all the way over, put on the headset, and do all of that, saving some time. Yet for some reason, all of these all of these games are taking 3.5, 4 hours. Their second challenge, they won their first. I don't know what he's doing there. He gave the foul sign, but now he's. I don't like this. I don't like this as they're no longer showing the replay right now. Ojiwan has got his bat doing some questionable moves with it. Very questionable. Yeah, he's fair. Good call by the first base umpire. It wasn't particularly close. Their second challenge of the day. That brings up a Gubonyak. Gubonyak with a RBI bunt single in his first at bat, reached on an error, an E6 on his second at bat. And that's his in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. 19 pitches now for Wang Dong-ha, who is pitching, if he can get out of this inning, I should say, pitching a little bit better than he did in the SSG game. I believe he gave up 3 home runs as the 0-1 fouled away, and it's 0-2. Hume's up 6-0 now. Doosan down 8-2. And this is way outside. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, throw the ball way in the other batter's box. And then you wonder why you can't throw a strike when you need to. Three of the games seem to be decent games today. Finally got a decent one. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. That's up on the outside, misses outside, and it's 2-2. Like I said, they try to nibble around. They try to get him to chase, and then they try to come back a little bit more. It's the same thing constantly in these games. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch now. 22 pitches. Rolls over. That's going to be trouble. The third baseman and grabs it though, and it throws to first. And a 5-3 putouts ends the inning. They leave another 2 on. They've left 7 on. We will take a bit of a break. I will be back in a couple minutes, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're back. John Hyung Sheik out on the mound, the highest paid LG twin, the highest on thy payroll. He'll face Kim Do Young to lead things off. I know Kia fans have to be excited to see him back and if he can stay healthy all season. All right. Kim Do Young 0 for 1 did walk in his last at bat, a 6-3 ground out in his first. And that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yeah, the 0-1 pitch into the dirt. And the 1-1 pitch. That is lifted center fielder going back, but under it a little bit too much. And that's...
Thank you for the recommendation, SBDYR.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, when he's... it also helps if he's got somebody behind him that can protect him a little bit. Yeah, he's only been healthy one season in his entire career. He's been healthy the whole time. And that was in 2024. All right, Nasong Bomb steps in. As that is fouled away, though, and it's 0-1. I wonder what would have happened last season if he was able to stay healthy. The ultimate question. The ultimate question. All right.
Thank you for the recommendation, Luke JP.
Thank you, Luke. Yeah, as the 0-1 misses way up high, 1-1. Just so you guys know, those things really do help. If you do the little thumbs up, or I think that's what it is, but those massively help with them pushing out this stream, SOOP pushing out the stream. 10-2, yeah, that game's over, Alan. All right, Nasong Bomb pops it up. The pitcher looking over, trying to find somebody to make the field the ball. Is that going to be a pop up to the third baseman? Eventually takes it in front of the pitcher's mound. The pitcher pretending like he really wanted to field that. He's I got it. Somebody come help. Yeah, Nasong Bomb is absolute legend. But Chae Hyung-woo, the ageless wonder, man. The ageless wonder, although he is off to a really rough start this year. But Kia just doesn't want to spend any money. I can't blame them. The contracts in the KBO have really, really gotten out of hand. No, Kim Sun-bin leads off or steps into the box. Looks at the ball 1. Kim Sun-bin 0 for 2 on the day. A foul pop up into the right fielder, and then a 6-4-3 double play to end the 4th inning coming up here in the 6th. It has a chance to end 2 straight innings, or 2. His at bats to end innings. Is that one is way outside though, and it's 2-0. We go, the 2-0 pitch. Runs inside. 2-0. Hey, Brink, can you take a screenshot? Like, are you watching on your phone, or are you watching on your computer or your TV or whatever? If you could take a screenshot or take a picture of what your screen looks like and then send it to me. No Shiwan isn't. Well, no Shiwan will be next year. but I believe it is Kim Kwon Hyun, the pitcher for SSG, because that's going to be a ground ball third baseman that grabs it, throws across, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, can you take a screenshot and then just send it to me so that I can see what your guys' screen looks like? Because I can't. Sorry, I'm occupied by Itsy dancing. I actually can't see. Okay, I actually can't see what is. I put that back on for you guys. I I can't see what you guys. I can't see the actual broadcast because it's blocked in Korea, so I can only see. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I just got. Hmm, hmm. I'm surprised there's not like a thing that's like on YouTube where you can there should be like a bunch of like little things like there's like a coffee cup and there's a balloon, a star balloon, and then there's a I think maybe it says like add balloon, and then there's a thumbs up, I think. Is there something like that on somewhere on there? So your chat comes way up like that? Or is it just the most recent chat shows up on the screen like that? That's weird. All right, so we're back, bottom of the sixth. Wang Dong Ha is still out there. EJ Wan will lead things off for LG here in the bottom of the sixth. They've got a 3-1 lead. And the 1-0 pitch runs inside at 2-0. Just the most recent. All right, so 2-1. EJ Wan was supposed to had an amazing season last year, but he has not been getting it done in the spring. He was on the early national team. Played pretty well against the Czech Republic and Japan, but really has not lived up to what he was that everybody was expecting from him this season. As the 3-1 up high, ball four. And a leadoff walk. We'll see if he stays on the base pass. Yep, they'll have a pinch runner. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, so I know there's different things. There's like gifts which are like I think super chats from like YouTube, and then there's like a thumbs up, and I believe that is a recommendation, or maybe there's like an up arrow. Because that is what Luke just actually sent up, and that those like count towards something in soup. I'm trying to find out exactly what everything actually means. Go to slides back in like a Chung Sung Ho is on the bases now. Fakes the bunt, pulls it back. That's what we've been missing, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody loves a runner on first, nobody outs, a bunt. Everybody should take notes of how great this LG manager is. He is so good that he's willing to lower his team's chance of scoring a run by 4% just to bunt. He doesn't need any of those statistics. He doesn't need any of those, you know, analytics or anything like that. So bottom on the bottom right, Luke, no analytics, no statistics, none of that's when you got a chance with when you're up by 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning, nothing says you know how to win more than to have your guy drop down a bunt. Runner on first, nobody out. He is playing 8D chess. And he pulls it back and lifts it to right field. Nosung Baum grabs it, though, and that's is why you bunt, because he could have moved him over to seconds. Not really. Every time I see them, the worst 3 managers in the league, the Hanwha manager, the LG manager, and the KT manager, watching those guys flail through a game and win despite the fact that they are awful, awful managers. But that should be it for Wang Dongha. Is coming out to have a talk with him. Not even a talk. They're just going to bring somebody else in. Ong Chang-gi will greet the new pitcher. Well, tomorrow, Alan, I'm doing. Well, tomorrow is NC and Lotte. But Alan, on Saturday, again, Hanwha versus Doosan on Saturday and maybe on Sunday too. Okay. It's just like a little up arrow, right? Is it an up arrow or a thumbs up? Because I'll show you what I see. I'm going to send you a photo, Rick. You guys can hear the Korean click. Yeah. Okay. A thumbs up. Yeah. Like hitting that is super awesome. Because it actually it's part of the stats that I get. Yeah. All right. To Che Ji-min out on the mound. Uh, no, I can't. Sort of. I can, but I can't. So, Luke, you remember how I told you I had to shut it down and restart it? It's actually because I soup is blocked in Korea. I have to start it in a different type of stream and then flip it into it. But it's kind of yeah, it's kind of complicated actually. I cannot watch my video on demands. I can't watch any of that stuff. Here we go. The 1-1 pitch just sets up on the outside. And that's up high in the zone, and it's a 1-2. Yeah, so soup broadcast with the game are not allowed in Korea. So my soup broadcast is geo blocked in Korea. That's why I still do the YouTube where I'm just doing the radio style. As the 1-2, nope, checks over on the runner over at first, easily back. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside. He misses inside, but fouls it away. Yeah, I can like as I'm streaming, I can see everything going on. No, they would never. The KBO would never make an exception. Because TVing has the broadcast rights. So there's different companies that own the rights to broadcast on the internet in Korea, and another company, SOOP, owns the broadcast rights to broadcast internationally. So they're two separate rights. So there's the TV rights that all the local or all of the national TV has, and then there's a as that is in the ground OTT, which is like over the air, over the internet broadcasting. There's TVing owns those rights for the next 3 years or so, or something like that, and then Soup owns the rights for the international broadcast, anything outside of Korea. All right, we've got a 2-2 pitch now coming up eventually, maybe. Yeah, like so whenever I have the video on demands, I can't even go back and watch them. I have I'm just stuck. As a 2-2 slap to left field, that is going to be trouble over, and that is going to go down into the corner. Castro is going to pick it up, but they're going to hold him up at or third base. Probably could have scored there as Hong Chang-gi comes up with a double, and they've got runners on second and third again with just one out. He probably could have sent him as the throw in from Castro was not very good. I wonder, I'm looking at trying to watch to see why they held him up. Yeah, the relay throw, he probably would have scored as Castro overshot the shortstop out there. So, runners now on second and third with just one out for Shinmin Jae, who looks at ball one outside. Well, 1-0. Shinmin Jae, 1 for 2 on the day, a single and a run scored in this first, walk and a stolen base in the second, and then struck out swinging back in the fourth inning. Important at bats here is they need to get some runs as they haven't scored since the first inning. That's just misses low, 2-0. They had a walk and a double to put runners at second and third with just one out, just in the fifth inning. Here again in the sixth inning, they once again have runners at second and third with just one out. That misses outside though. 3-0 is 3-0 counts. He's no ways swinging now. On the deck is Austin. Ding, 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 ding. And he walks him on 4 pitches. Come out and have a little chit chat with him. And once again, they'll make another pitching change. Kia's manager trying to figure out what he's got to do to get somebody to throw a strike. Oh, once again, we have another pitching change. This is why Korean baseball games just take forever. Yeah. They yeah, they filmed me for 2 days. Yeah. My chair just dropped down. Yeah. Yep. It was spring training. Uh, so yeah, they came Friday nights or and talked to me, and then Saturday they uh they came by early in the morning, and yeah, they we filmed all day Saturday, and then went out Saturday night to go uh screen baseball, and then to dinner, and then they came back Saturday or Sunday morning, and we filmed Sunday morning. We filmed a bunch of stuff around the apartments, and then after the game, we went and filmed stuff like with me working on the motorcycles, riding the motorcycle, and kind of around at the stadium. I have the actual documentary. That's just the like the highlight video or something like that. Joe Song-woo out on the mound, one game, ERA of 0 because he never got an out. As Austin Dean fouls away the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Austin Dean's wife and kids looking on, and they've got a new one around there. Yeah, it was not is not a great job there by me. All right, the runs inside, almost hits him on the hands. He gets him back out of the way. It's 1-1. Austin Dean, ding, ding, ding. Single in the first inning, came around to score. Then a walk in the second inning, but a 6-3 ground out to lead off the fifth inning as he is up now in the sixth inning. Bases loaded. 1-1 counts at the number 3 hitter, Austin Dean. And he swings at a high fastball. No sung bomb or not sung bomb over by the foul pole is that's going to be able to get one in. Runner's going to tag up, come on home, and the sacrifice fly to right field puts LG up 4-1. He just wanted to get something that was up high that he could drive. He is able to do it. That does also move a runner over to third base as Hong Chang Yi tagged up and went over to third. Shin Min Jae still hanging out at first base though. Ryan Tapak Dongwon steps in 0 for 1 on the day. Couple walks, couple full count walks actually. Mr. Full Swing is apparently Mr. Full Counts. I need a little the dum dum. That's in there for a strike. 0-1. Maybe I'll make one of those at school. I've got my own. I got drum access now. That is ripped right to the third baseman, grabs it, throws across the diamond, and a great play by Kim Do-young to save another run. We will go to the seventh inning. It's 4-1 KT. Or not KT. I was reading the first letters on both of them. LG. Yeah, well, they said I could talk in Korean or English, but I mean, for the most parts, Everything I talked to them about was all in Korean. The whole premise of the show is kind of like foreigners who, multicultural TV, foreigners who have come to Korea and have kind of made themselves comfortable in the country without any things. But yeah, for the most part, I feel comfortable having conversations in Korean. Uh, as far as like if people came into here and they were speaking Korean, oftentimes with the YouTube chat would be people would start doing stuff in Korean, and I'll talk to them in Korean. I feel comfortable doing conversations and stuff like that. Uh, Again, for the most parts, a lot of the stuff I do in Korea is kind of on my own. I do have a really good friend that helps me with anything that I can't do. But yeah, for the most part, check something here. But yeah, all right, top of the seventh inning. The old ham duck, ladies and gentlemen. We are treated to a treat itself. Ham duck, the ham duck Jew coming out on the mound. Ham duck Jew coming out onto the mound. A lefty is going to face towards the bottom of the lineup, the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Leading things off is the number 6 hitter, Osanu. Osanu responsible for the one Kia run, the solo shot in his only at bat of the day. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. Yeah, we actually have like a exchange program with German speaking students. Obviously not Austria, but yeah, and 1-1, a swing and a miss, 1-2. Yeah, my direct boss doesn't or I guess like kind of not my boss, but not really. She was in charge of me hiring me, but not. I don't know if she's my boss or not, but she speaks English. She speaks German, English, Japanese, and Korean. But the main guy, the big boss, he doesn't speak English, so I speak pretty much strictly Korean with him. He's a big baseball fan, a big Hanwha fan. Speaking of, KT has taken the lead against Hanwha. KT is trying to remain the only undefeated team as the 1-2 pitch inside, way inside off the hands, but he fouls it off somehow. KT puts up 4 so far in the 7th inning. That is lifted into the air. Right fielder coming in under it and makes the catch. 1 away. Brings up the number 7 hitter, Mr. Dale. Yeah, if somebody so I if somebody talks to me in Korean, obviously I talk to them back in Korean. But if they talk to me in English and it's kind of a strange English. It's like a not a fluent English. I almost always respond in Korean because a lot of people, a lot of them will see me and say, you know, try to speak English or whatever, but they most I want to say I don't want to say most foreigners because you know it kind of sounds bad, but a lot of foreigners don't speak Korean because a lot of foreigners aren't here for more than 1 to 2 years. It's kind of like a you know just a fun way to move over here and then hang out. But the 1-1 bouncing the glove up and down, a swing and a miss, 1-2. Yeah, like I think I'm the only. I'm the only foreigner in my building. I live in a complex. It's 30. It's 37 floor apartments. That is a rocket right to the third baseman who makes 6 steps before he finally throws it across the diamond, and that's 2 away. Brings up the number 8 hitter, Kim Tae-gun. Yeah. So like my apartment complex, there's 8 buildings. Each of the buildings are 37 floors. And I've seen one foreigner, but I don't know if he was living here. I don't know if he was living here or not. So that's in there for a strike. For the most part, I yeah speak Korean to anybody in my anybody I see in my apartment complex, whether they're in the elevators or whatever. And then for the most part, of outside of work, I pretty much just use Korean. Kim Tae-gun, 1 for 2 on the day. Yeah, so they're doing the exact same thing that I do. Yeah, the O2 way, way outside. 1 and 2. Yeah, it's because you know, I hear them speaking English. Like I can tell from their accent and like how they structure simple sentences, whether or not my Korean is better than their English. And we make the decision there. The 1-2 is fouled away. One, two pitch, 14 pitches for the old ham duck. And that's going to be another foul. Is running those pitch counts up. Is up Hong Chang-gi under it again. That's his second catch of this inning. That is a 3 away, a 1-2-3 inning. The second straight 1-2-3 inning, and the third of the game. We will go to the bottom of the seventh. It's a 4-1 LG. Not much going on as far as offense after that first inning. In a quick inning, getting those 3 runs for LG in that first inning. But after that, it's been pretty much nothing. Getting some base runners, and that's about it. Yeah, that also happens here a lot. Yeah, the not necessarily young people, but a lot of people will want to practice their English. Hmm. far as this game goes, LG 4 for 12 with runners on base, but just 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. And then you've got Kia is 1 for 9 with runners on base and 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Leading things off will be Moonsung Ju, number 5 hitter. The Jo Sang-woo still out there on the mound. 5 pitches. I kept hitting the wrong button, so that is all one. And the 1-0 pitch sets up on the outside and misses outside. Jo Sang-woo, another one of those players that was a Kium hero, but Kium opting for money traded him to Kia for some cash. The 2-0 pitch just catches the outside corner, 2-1. Same with at the time LG, Chaewon Tae or Chae Tae-won, Chaewon Tae. That is way inside. He gets out of the way. It was a Kium pitcher, and he went to LG. LG eventually sent him to. He signed with Samsung in the offseason not last year, but the other ones. Oh yeah, very very different dialects. I'm not good enough in Korean to notice them, but I know everybody talks about them. That's going to be slapped into the gap, left center field. He cuts it off. Moon Sung-ju has got the horses going, and he is out at second base. A great play by the center fielder, Kim Oh-young, as he cut it off, was able to spin the throw to Moon Sung-ju, and he is out. He slid off the bag. He definitely would have been out if the second baseman would kept the tag on. Again, fundamentals in Korea they just don't really exist. There's no such thing as a middle infielder keeping a tag on in this league. We'll check the replay. Yeah, I think he blocked his foot. Ooh. Yeah, I think he is out. Yep, he's definitely out. All right, it's 1 away now as Oji-wan lifts that one to center field. The center fielder ranges back, though, and that's quickly 2 away. Was able to get it, so that'll be a single, but then out on the throw. What is that slide? Like, now his hand came off. No question, he would have been out no matter what. All right, Gubon Yuck now steps in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Gubon Yuck again had that fantastic RBI bunt single back in the first inning, then an E6 in his second at bat, and then a 5-3 ground out in his third. That is a swing and a miss as it goes right past him. 0-2. Here we go. 1-2 pitch coming up. One-two pitch sets up high on the outside. He goes with it on a pitch that was outside the zone. 1-2 still. Kim Shi-hoon warming up in the old Kia bullpen. And that's going to be lifted into left field, but coming in and a sliding catch by Castro. And that will be 3 away. A single, but thrown out on the base pass. And we will go to the bottom or the top of the 8th. 4-1 LG. This game is moving quickly. I like it. 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 Not that I don't like some baseball, but I don't want any more 4-hour games. They absolutely kill me. All right. Elsewhere around the league, KT still up 6-4, bottom of the 7th now for Hanwha. Lotte is taking the lead against NC. They're up 4-2 now against NC. Doosan is getting absolutely obliterated right now. They're down 13-2 against Doosan. Samsung looking for their first win. Kium is 7-1 against SSG. Kium looking for their first win. So if the scores were to stand as it is right now, LG and Samsung and Kium would both get the first wins of their season. SSG would get their first loss of the season. KT would remain the only undefeated team left in the KBO if the scores were to hold as they are now. But we should be back. We should have a new pitcher out on the mound, I believe, also. Top of the 8th inning, the old ham duck is done. Yes, the ham duck is done. Out on the mound is Ugong Hoon. And we have a pinch hitter here also. Man, because they can't throw strikes, they walk everybody. So Jung Hyun Chang is pinch hitting here. And that misses low, 1-2 now. Jung Hyun Chang. That's out on the mound again. A 2-2 pitch. Woo Kang Hoon. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 away. Flips the lineup back over to Kim Oh-rung, who is absolutely having a fantastic day. Absolutely fantastic day. 3 for 3 at the plate to 2 doubles, a single. Also has an outfield assist. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that if you think about it. Yeah, last night's game was 4 hours, Luke. Man, that game just drug on. It was a 9-inning game. That was way outside. Want to know. That's what happens when you have 0, 1, 2, 3 innings, and you have, I think there was something like 19 walks in the game. It's the 1-0 pitch of misses way outside, 2-0. And Kim Oh-rung has plenty of speed over it in the batter's box. That is going to be a ground ball. Second baseman's going to have to hurry. He throws, and that's 2 away. Number 2 in the lineup, Castro steps in, and they're going to have to do something. They're running out of outs here, down by 3, 4 outs remaining. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love that there's no more questions. There's no more complaining from the pitchers. There's no more complaining from the batters. Uh like, it's there. If it's a strike, if it's not. There's no interpretation. There's no, this there's no this umpire calls this a strike, this umpire doesn't call this a strike. And it's absolutely fantastic. Now, Brink, what does your brother say about the strike zone? I assume you're still here. What does he think about the ABS system? As the 1-1 misses outside, a 2-1. I personally think the challenge system is stupid. It just takes up way too much time. As the 2-1 is a ground ball to the third baseman, he throws across the diamond. And 1, 2, 3. They've gone 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And the last 3, we will go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-1 LG. Yeah, it's entertaining, but that's all it is. It's not like, yeah. I know some pitchers aren't gonna like it because, like, with the ABS, like, I think what it is some pitchers don't like it because they don't get the calls on the front part of the strike zone. Uh, but they're not getting the calls on the way outside. But I think the hitters probably enjoy it more because they have a set strike zone. But then again, I am not a professional athlete. Uh, so I obviously I have an opinion on it. I would love to hear Brink and see what his brother says. As we've got a game in Dejan, a bases loaded with 2 outs, down by 1, a 6-5 game now in Dejan. All right, bottom of the 8th, Chun Sung Ho will lead things off. He'll be getting his first at bat. Out on the mound now is Kim Shi-hoon for Kia. That's in there for a strike. And the 0-1 misses inside. 1-1. Chun Hyun Chung stays over to second base. And on the 1-1 pitch, Chun Sung Ho hitting 1,000 on the season. And his first at bat that's in there. Up high and inside at 2-1. And the 2-1 just misses the bottom of the zone. And it's 3-1. Yeah. And the 3-1. That's going to be a ground ball. Bad play by the first baseman as that crumps inside, and he is going to head to second base, and he's going to hold up at second. He was thinking three. We'll see what that. I don't know if that's going to be a. They're probably going to get him a hit just because it's the KBO, and they don't believe in errors in the KBO. Poorly played by the first baseman. Just ate him alive. I don't. We'll see if they call it an error. Yeah, they gave him a double. Questionable. All right, that brings up a Paque mean. Now we've got another bunch, ladies and gentlemen. Runner on second with nobody out, increasing your chance of drops down a big hot pop fly, reducing your chance of scoring multiple runs this inning, but you are increasing your chance of scoring one run by bunting in this situation. Paque mean 0 for 3 on the day. 167 on the season. 5% WPA. Down 5% as the 0-1 is way up high. Ball 1-1-1. Yeah, I think they will. I think it's a just a matter of kind of a time thing where they've got to do it, and then they've got to go through it. So the KBO system is actually they talked to the AAA to find out what they did, and they got recommendations and stuff from them. As that's going to be a drop down bunt. He's going to head to third as a throw to first in time. And the sacrifice of bunts goes 1-4, and he moves him over to third base with 1 out. A runner on third is Chun Song Ho. Hong Chang-gi will step up to bat. Hong Chang-gi with a double back in the sixth inning, but was again stranded on the base pass because LG is not hitting with runners on base. They do bring the infield in. Big gap in right center field, though. Hong Chang-gi looks at strike one, just gets a stitch on the outside, and it's 0-1. Looks like we've got a pinch runner here. Chaewon Young, I believe, is his name. Hong Chang-gi, 1 for 4, and the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball. First baseman grabs it. They come home, not in time. Back to first. Safe. Speedy runner at home beats out the throw. And LG adds an insurance run here in the bottom of the inning, and he is 8 alive over at first base this inning. Osanu, a bad play against with the leadoff double, then goes to tag, but he's blocking first base. I think he eventually does touch first base anyway. And I guess they're replaying to see if he touched the base. Gotta love a first baseman playing behind the bag. Literally behind the bag. If he wasn't playing behind the bag, he probably would have gotten him out. Just somebody get a first baseman. Can somebody go play first base for Kia? All right, easily safe. Yeah, but then he didn't get back. Again, if he was in front of the bag catching the ball from the catcher, he would have been out at first still. All right, to Shinmin J now. A 1-0 counts. Shinmin J, a couple walks today, a strikeout and a single and a run scored. 1-0 counts now. This is low, 2-0. I just have time for the KBO. Uh, because so like I get up at 6:30 ish, get ready for work. I get to work at 9, I finish at 6, and then I get done at 6 and I come directly home and I start streaming at 6:30. I finish streaming at 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30. Uh, I don't have enough time to follow any other leagues. Streaming 6 days a week, it's it really is a second job. The only way to put it. All right, to Shinmin J, the 3-0 counts, and that's misses outside, walks him. Third walk of the day for Shinmin J. This game is about to get out of hand. Austin Dean steps in now. 1 for 2 on the day. A single and a run scored back in his first at bats. Walked in his second in the second inning. 6-3 ground out to lead off the fifth, and then a sacrifice fly to right field back in the sixth inning to give them another run to put them up 1-4. As now that's in the dirts. All 5. Yeah, the fundamentals in this league is just mind-blowingly bad. Yeah, but that's part of also what makes this league so interesting is the collapse is inevitable. As the 1-0 ball 6. Ding ding. Austin, ding 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 ding. Man, the 2-0 pitch. And ladies and gentlemen, he threw a strike. So, congratulate Kim Shi-hoon for throwing a strike. Yeah, before I started working days where I was able to stream and stuff, is there we go. We're back on the train. Ball 3. Uh, I used to watch baseball in the morning. I used to watch MLB. I used to watch Cardinals in the morning, and then I would go to work, or like I'd use MLB radio, and I could listen to it when I went for runs and stuff. And that catches the outside. We've got ourselves a full count, a 3-2 counts. Fourth full count of the day for LG. And they have had surprisingly stupendous success. single in the first inning on a full count, a walk in the full count in the first inning, and a walk on a full count in the fifth. This is their fourth full count. They're perfect so far today. And this 3-2 is swing and a miss at a ball down below the zone. But both of them steal a bag. That should have been another one. And we have 2 outs now as Pak Dong-hwan steps in. Way, way, way out in front of that as he thought he was coming with the heat, but he did not. Came with the dirty ball. Dong-hwan steps in. 0 for 2 on the day. 5-3 ground out in his last at bats. That's in there for a strike. 0-1. As 2 walks, both of those on full counts. A run scored in the first, a pop fly to the second or third baseman, and then a 5-3 ground out. So surprisingly, no Ks today. So I'm going to guess right now that he's going to have himself a strikeout. Nope, he's going to have a single to the left side. That might be trouble. As a 1 run is in, Hong Chang-gi's in, Shin-min Jae. Castro does not look happy in the corner as he was just lollygagging. Didn't even put any effort into getting it, and Kim Do-young is down. Once again, Kim Do-young injured as he dove for that play, that ball over in the corner, and he can just not stay healthy. Oh, it looks like it honestly looked like his cleat got stuck the way he ended up flailing his arms up there. Maybe a little scorpion. Yeah, his looks like his right cleat got stuck, causing him to twist and turn a very awkward way. Oh, it's now 7-1. So Moon Sung-ju steps in now. Pak Dong-hwan over at just second base. 7-1, 24 pitches. Yeah, he is in pain. Moon Sung-ju, 2 for 3 on the day. Looks at ball 2 on the outside there. Looks like we've got ourselves a pinch runner here, getting Pak Dong-hwan out of the game. Lee Young-bin will take over. Lee Young-bin takes over on the base pass, and they'll also pull out Kim Do-young, and no point in risking him getting further injured in a game that's is pretty much done. Lee Young-bin takes over on the base pass. Obviously, he won't stand to catch, and that's ball 3. 3-0. I'll see who's in there at third base. Again, the guy just cannot stay healthy. Rio in there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Kim Gyu-sung will take over for Kim Do-young. And that's ball 4. Second walk of the day for Moon Sung-ju, the 4th time he's been on base. And That brings up OG1. Just getting just getting ridiculous right now. Yeah, fantastic. You even got Yahoo in your name. You got some baseball? Baseball in your name? Where are you at in the US? And that's Mrs. Lowe, ball one. Here we go. The 1-0 pitch to OG1. OG1 0 for 4, and he gets hit in the butt. Right in the buttocks. Well, I'd like to see that. It's a Gubon Hyuk now. Let's keep him out there at this point. Doink. So, are you a Marlins fan? Old Miami Marlins? Yeah. If you got any questions about the KBO, let me know. I've been going to games and following it for 12 years now. Is my 5th year streaming the KBO. All right, Gubon Hyuk steps in. The base is loaded at 2 outs. He is 1 for 4 on the day. Big swing and a miss there, though, and it's 0-1. Yeah. Isn't Yankee spring training not too far from there also? Is the 0-1 pitch. Check swing, but it's foul. 2. All right, the 0-2 counts. Full counts, or bases loaded. That is lifted to right field. The right fielder going back, though, makes the catch. They bat around in the 9th and the 8th inning. They get a few runs. They leave the bases loaded. 10 left on for LG, but they add some more runs, and they're up by 6 as we go to the 9th inning. 7-1 LG. Leaving the bases juicied. Oh, okay. They just built an. Is it again? I haven't been back to the U.S. for a while. I haven't been to Florida for 20 years. Uh, didn't the what is the Yankees? Didn't they build a new spring training center place or something like that? Which one? I think the game might be over for top of the 9th inning. I will have the 3-4-5 hitters as Beijay Jun steps out on the mound. Oops. Oh, okay. All right. So Kim Yu Sung leads things off. Looks at the ball one. Again, have lots of changes here. In a 6-run game, I'm not gonna bother going through and making all the changes unless the game gets a little closer. As that is ball two. Young Bin takes over at first. Iju Hun back behind the plates. So Iju Han will take over in the 3 spot in the lineup if for some reason they were to actually get back. Yeah. The 3-0 is a swing and a miss. Yeah, Austin Dean was a Cardinal at one point too. All right, we've got ourselves a 3-2 count. Everybody loves full counts. All right, sounds good. I'll be back every day, 6 days a week. And that's going to be ball 4, and we've got a leadoff walk from the reliever. First at bat for him, Nasung Bomb coming up. All right, the Nasung Bomb steps in now. He is 0 for 3 with a strikeout looking in his first at bat, a 3-6 ground out in his second, and then a pop fly to the third baseman. That misses outside, ball 1. KBO fashion, baby. Why throw strikes when you could throw balls? Give the fans all the baseball they could possibly want. As here comes the 1-0 pitch off the umpire's mask. 1-1. He is shaken up a bit. No 1-1. Nelson Bomanta. Whoa! That bat is way deep in the LG dugouts. Farthest he's had anything leave the infield today. As that was a rocket out of his hands. You know, right over the cameras. Luckily, nobody was hit there. Good Lord. Better get that, call wisdom, ask him to send you some of that pine tar. Get rid of that crappy spray stuff. And I don't understand why they show these stupid lights. I know it's probably for the advertising or whatever, but come on, man. All right, here we go. The 1-2 counts to Nasung Bomb. Over on first is Kim Sung Gyu. Is that misses inside at 2-2. And another pop fly. This might be trouble. Sliding catch by the shortstop. The left fielder, awful, awful. Left fielder not making that play, and that is going to be a single. Left fielder, you've got to take control of that. Once again, I talk about it. I don't know how many times I have cannot explain this enough. How bad fundamentals are in the KBO. The left fielder, that is his ball. He let off of it. That is his ball. He has got to come get that ball. That is going to bring up a Kim Sun Bin. That'll be a single because nobody hit it, so nobody touched it. But man, Kim Sun Bin fouls that one away. No problem, Luke. I'm actually so happy that this year I get to stream on Soup. We've been trying to work it out for the last 3 years, and then finally able to do it this year because I actually originally started streaming as the O1 there up high. I originally started streaming on Africa TV. Africa TV is now Soup. They changed their name. So my original first 2 years actually was on this platform. Uh, and then I switched to YouTube once the they moved to Soup. I had to switch to YouTube because of TVing and Soup not having the same rights anymore, and it was a complete mess. So I'm glad to finally be back showing the game. I do enjoy YouTube also, though. I do enjoy doing a radio style, as that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. That's those of you listening or watching. The reason why I call the game like you can't see it is because on YouTube, they can't see it. No. Right, the 2-2 pitch. AJ June with his beautiful blue glove. And that's catches him looking, turn around, walk back, go ahead and head to the showers. You're DHing. You ain't getting up again, as that's a one away. That is a very interesting approach to, like, your glove is above your head, and then you take it out, and then you start your motion. Oh yeah, there shouldn't be any problem. And that misses outside 1-0. Yeah, I know that yeah, they definitely have access this year, and I think next year. No, this is their third year of their contract, as that's fouled away. 1-1. Yeah, I'd heard at one point that Netflix was trying to get access to the games. So here we go. The 1-1 pitch. 1 out, 2 on. Misses way up high. 2-1. Yeah, it'll be nice, especially once the season gets going. People start tuning out the MLB a little bit. As here we go with a 2-1 pitch. That's going to be rolled over back to the pitcher. Throws to second. Gets 1 out. Yeah. 1-6 putouts. 2 away. It does move him up to third base, but again, that's a run really doesn't matter much. Oops. All right, it's down to their final outs here. Runners on first and second. 2 outs, 20 pitches for BJ June. And Dale steps in. That misses outside, though. Ball 1. 1-0. Dale over 3 on the day. Strikeout, a 4-3 ground out, and a 5-3 ground outs. Yeah, the very important off season for the MLB coming up, as that's going to be off the hands, but that is going to drop as Shin-Min Jae is not able to grab it. A 1 run is in. Kim Gyu-sung comes on home, and Dale has got himself an RBI single. Again, still have runners on first and third. Kim Gyu-sung able to come home. Oh Sun-woo is heads up, able to get over to third base. Dale now standing on first and brings up the number 8 hitter, Kim Tae-gun. You mean go from the two apps, the Korean app and the global app, to just one app? Is that what you mean by that? All right, Hanjun Soo is pinch hitting here for Kim Tae Spoon, and that's way up high. I think it was just an ease to make it so that didn't have to worry about a bunch of stuff like a bunch of different apps and programs and servers and all of that. That pitch misses inside at 2-1. 25 pitches now. Hanjun Soo trying to keep the Kia dream alive of back-to-back wins. Fouled away and runs the count even at 2-2 now. Yeah, I think it was just a thing of it was just a matter of ease. They're still cheering. Down 5 in the 9th inning. They're going to check down to third. Did he go? He did not. So runs the count full. We are getting full baseball's worth, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting full baseball's worth. Hanjun Soo runs the count full down to their final strike. Runners on first and third. 27 pitches from Bae June. And a grounds but foul, and we'll have another one. Yeah, I am definitely glad that they combined. I probably could have streamed the other way, but it would have taken a lot of extra steps that I don't necessarily really want to do. And the 3-2 misses inside, and that's going to load the bases up. Load the bases up. For Fuck Mean. Or no, sorry. Jun Hyun Chung. But first, we're going to have a pitching change because why not keep this game going? That would be ridiculous. That would be KBO though. Like it would be the KBO. That is numbers. So elsewhere around the league, yeah, Hanwha just imploding. They were down 6-4. First, they were up 4-2 going into the 7th inning. They gave up 4 runs to fall behind 6-4. Then they did get one back in the bottom of the 7th to be 6-5, and then they promptly gave up 5 more runs in the 8th to fall behind 11-5. That team just does not look good. Their pitching is awful. Yuan Jin ended up giving up 1 earned run. Then Pak Song Wan came in, brought up today, gave up 3 runs. Jung Woo Ju, who has not pitched well since the WBC started, gave up a 1 run in 0 innings. Yoon San Hum gave up another run. Kang Gun-woo, who just came up today, gave up a run. Kim Saw-hyun getting his one of his first appearances, and he gives up 3 runs. And then Park Jae-gyu has given up a hit in a third of an inning. So Yu Young Chan on the mound here for LG, trying to stop it before it gets way out of hand. And the first pitch is lifted into the air. It's right center fielder under it though. Makes the catch. That's will be the game. Brought in to throw one pitch. That's the way you do it, right? That is the way you do it. So Luke looks like they're not tying it up. That's for sure. They were finally able to put some hits together at least. Both teams almost bat around in their last at bat. Kia set up sent 7 up to the game. Yeah, they're very surprising. They you know, I didn't think that they were this good, but I will say this: I don't think so. Again, KT last year finished 6th. They were 1 game away from the playoffs. If they made the playoffs, they would have hosted opening weekend. But the fact that they missed the playoffs is why they didn't host opening weekend. And then they got to LG. They got some wins against LG, and then from there, yeah, they're playing against against Hanwha. Hanwha, I don't think they're nearly as good as they are last as they were last year. Yeah, threaten but don't score. Yeah, KT. It all depends on Hilliard. How is Hilliard going to do? They had really bad foreigners last year. Yeah, KT did, but well, I'll talk about that in a little bit. But LG gets their first win of the season. It really wasn't that close of a game, despite the hits and the score. It was pretty much over from the beginning. LG put 3 runs up in the very first inning. Neither starter made it through the 5th inning. The continuing thing I'm seeing is the starters are just not going deep in this season to start this season, and it's not just these two teams. It is all of them. As just a sec here. Yeah, just Kia had plenty of base runners. They really had plenty of base runners. They left 7 runners on. They left, if they didn't go 1, 2, 3, they didn't score much. Their first run was a solo shot. Then they were able to eventually manufacture a run with 2 outs there in the 9th inning. Dale gets the RBI single, but yeah. What's up, NGNF? NGNF, the man. On NGNF. So I hope you know you can watch the game with me now. If you go on Soup, you can go on Soup and watch the game. I'm streaming on Soup this season, so you can watch the game with me and same thing, chat and everything. I've been waiting for you. Oh, okay. I was like, I was. Oh, okay. Yeah. You got to sign up and everything. I was wondering. Yeah, you can chat on Soup too. Yeah, I have the screen. Actually, what you're seeing right now is the Soup chat. So I'm gonna change the screen just for a second, guys. I'm gonna change the screen. So NGNF, if you look, so your chat is down there on the bottom for here, but up on Soup is the top part of above my camera. So Soup chat is above my camera, and then the YouTube chat. Yeah, yeah, definitely make an account. That way you can thumbs up the streams, do all of that stuff. That way it pushes more and definitely 100% helps me out. So, but yeah, make an account 100% to make sure you make an account, and then yeah, you can follow me on there. I changed jobs, so I'm doing 6 days a week So I'm doing 6 days a week, except for the days that me, Kiwi, and Stefan head on the road. We're heading to all of the stadiums this year. So yeah, definitely make an account. Follow me on there. That way we can watch together. That way it's a little bit better. So, but yeah. Anyway, back to this game. LG gets their first win of the season. Uh, as far as offensively, they didn't do great. Uh, they had 8 hits, but they went to 5 for 16 with runners on base. I would love to. Uh, I think we're gonna make videos. We're gonna make actual videos of going to the games. So, but yeah, and then they were just a 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position. They left 10 runners on. They had plenty of base runners because Kia continues to just walk everybody. Yeah, so but Kia falls again. Both teams now 3-1 on the season. LG's offense was eventually just too much for Kia. Kia's pitching, their hitting, everything is pretty weak at this point for Kia. Again, they were my pick to finish eighth in the league this year. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'm not going to go over the recap too much more because the game's way over, and I am tired. It's already 10 o'clock. I'm working on way too many hours doing this already. So I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Lotte versus NC. Again, you can watch on YouTube. You can continue to watch on YouTube. You can continue to watch on Soup, whichever one you do. Make sure that you like it or you thumbs up it over on Soup. Make sure you follow on Soup or subscribe here on YouTube, whichever one you want. You guys can do both of them. That's even better for me. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow for Lotte versus NC. Hopefully, I'm back on time without any problems. I think I've got most of it figured out, and hopefully, I don't have any late meetings. So, thank you, Luke and GNF. I will see you tomorrow in the soup chat so we can finally watch a game together and talk together while we're doing that. Maybe Kiwi and Stefan can't join the soup chat because it's not allowed in Korea. So they'll be in the YouTube chat. You'll be in the soup chat. You guys can fight over who's first and all of that stuff. But I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, until next time.